Hello adventurers and welcome to the club. Stay here. I have here a few of those very strong, solid water bottles I've picked up. And yeah, they're interesting. They have a big opening and are made of a very thick plastic, very strong. So, what to do now? Let's turn them into something special. So, first steps first. This bottle has here a recess with some knobs in it, so you can easily grab it, fits perfectly around your hand. But we will use this to add some rope to it. So, once you have measured carefully out how much rope you need, you take at least 2 handbreadth more than you thought you need and cut it off. Once you have cut the rope, you have to make sure it doesn't fray out. For this, you'd simply take your lighter and hold it over it, melting it. Don't worry if it should start a fire, just make it out. Once it is hot and molten, be careful not to burn yourself. You press it against each other. And it should look like something like this here, which you can't really see because this is a terrible old camera. And don't forget to do the same thing with your rest of the rope, because you still want to use it and don't want to find it all damaged. Now you simply take your rope and lay it around the bottle. I have measured it so it goes around here 3 times, but you could actually do a 3rd round if you like, depending on how thick your rope is, but this won't come off here. Now we have to make a knot, which I do off camera because it's too difficult to do it looking in the viewfinder. But you know what, it may be difficult, but let's try it anyways. So let's put one here and one here. So now simply we have 2 strings of equal length, 1 double knot here. We are now just putting another knot into it, which is of course a bit difficult because it is a bit short as usual. That's why I say always cut more than you think you need. You have to stuff those through here, and they don't want to go, of course. But once we have stuffed them through it, we just have to tighten the nut. Finally! So now we got a lot of rope around here and a strong solid belt loop, which you can still untie if you get in a survival situation and have to use the rope. Yeah, it's not extremely much, but it's enough to, well, use for something. And if you use paracord, you could of course take the inner strength and do the thing, but yeah, that's good enough to have it on your belt and carry it with you. And so, there we go. That's all the stuff we will put in the survival kit. Yeah, let's start with a X-Acto knife, still in the packaging. It was 2 for $1, so very good value here. I could just use the blade, but as we have enough space in here, having the handle already made, that's very convenient. And you can lock it and use it. Yeah. So, let's start putting it in. So, let's start with the bigger items. First, try to put the knife in. It's a bit of a tight fit, but it works. I'm happy this worked. Otherwise, I would have been very disappointed. Next, this is some nitrile medical gloves wrapped in a plastic bag with a bit of sticky tape taped together. So that's a plastic bag to get rid of them, and the gloves itself. Just in case you encounter a medical emergency. 2 medical grade bandages. I'm always putting a big part of it into first aid stuff because my dad used to be a firefighter and paramedic, so I do have this background and I know how important it can be to have such items with you. And in case you're wondering, yeah, of course you can't use the bottle if the stuff is in it, and that's why I give you a large plastic bag. So you can take the stuff out if you ever need it and put it in. Let's hope we get this space emergency blanket in here. That could be a bit of a squeeze. Let me get these things out of it again, and I go back. So getting them out again was easier than I had thought. So now we are putting our space blanket in here. We gotta roll it, because this is the largest item in here in terms of surface. But as you see, hey, it fits perfectly in here. So now the plastic bag, and we got a decision to make. It's about either matches or a lighter. And yeah, let's see if we could fit both in them, but I will go for the matches because this is a waterproof kit and you never know how long this will work. The rest of it got an indefinite shelf life. You could bury it in the desert and, well, excavate it in 100 years and it will work. So, those here, by the way, hand sanitizer, also a perfect tinder fire starter, because they are prepped with alcohol. Perfect. Fits like a charm. Salt. It's for rehydration. It's just enough so you can fill this bottle, it's 1 gram, 2 times. Half of it in and shake it and use it. Because if you sweat a lot, you need to get a bit of electrolytes back into your organism. Otherwise it could actually go very unhealthy. And this, by the way, it's just duct tape. Here. Yeah, duct tape wrapped around a piece of paper that was around a pen. And talking about the pen, I should add the pen, but I haven't it here. Wait a minute. Here it is, the pen, with the eraser on the back. Let me get you a bit out of here, that's a bit of a bad angle. Now you see that's better. Let's try to put this in here at a good spot, so we can shove it down. Got a bit of a tight part here with the plastic bag. but I think we should be able to get it to slide down there if we are a bit patient. Yeah, there we go. And of course the pen just goes in it like this. Fits perfectly. Now our matches, they seem to fit in here like a charm. 2 dextrose tablets for your extra energy boost. It's the only kind of food item we got in here, but it's also first aid if you encounter someone who has diabetes and is in under sugar. If you got too much sugar, you kill him if you give him this, but that's for you to know, or for him to know. Tiny self-made fishing kit. It contains 2 hooks, fishing line and a self-made fishing lure. I could show you how they are made in a different video if you like. You have to be careful with the hooks. I don't wanna damage anything that's important like the gloves, so we put them here in the middle. And we also got some extra items. That's a paper clip to screw in eyelets, safety pins and a nail. But I will glue them onto a cardboard piece so they don't rattle around and damage something. Also we got a standard white piece of paper. Just need to get it in here on the side. It would have been better to put the large parts in at first, but so it's more entertaining for you to see me trying to squeeze them into the small opening I've left me. But it will work. Worst case, I have to take something out again, like the matches. But it should actually work. Let's take this here out again. Yeah, good thing is this makes the video a bit longer, so you have more viewing pleasure. So, just like this. Or we could just be trying to get it here behind the knife. That would be the easiest. Let's pause this, it gets too long. Well, now I've got it in here. See, just slides in now. Putting it behind the knife was the right decision. Did I say knife? I mean knife. Okay. The dextrose tablets go in here again. I didn't have to take the matches out. We could put the lighter in. It's easy enough place for it, but I don't think we should. We could put another book of matches in here, but I will only keep those matches. It's better. You never know how long this lasts. So there they are, all the tiny things. We could just throw them in there, but that's not how I do it. I am taking clear tape and a piece of cardboard. So let's try to place them in a way that pleases us here on the cardboard, and put the other things around it, just like this. And I will add one sewing needle because, well, we do already have the fishing line, and it's far more common that you encounter something you have to sew be it a person or it's just the straps of your backpack or something, then you will have to fish in an emergency situation. Food is really a luxury item that you don't need short term, and that's not a long-term kit here. So let's put this on here like this, press it around the edges so it stays put, pick it up, and you can turn it around. Look, if you want the cardboard in the right orientation, it will all stick to it. Yeah, then you just have to cut this off, and you can make sure everything is good centered. Just go over it here. And this will give you a bit of extra tape. Everything nice and neatly packaged. This doesn't fall around, rattle around or damage anything, and that's the most important thing here. So let's put the fishing kit back in again. Do this first, so it is here in place in a good position. That's in here nice and snug. A very good fit. And you see we got plenty of space that we have left here. So I will add 2 reusable zip ties. They are a bit too long for here. So we just guesstimate how long they can be, and then we cut them off. Put this out of the way so you see what I'm doing here. And I like the reusable ones. You don't want to use them as handcuffs. You just want to use them for repair purposes and or camp building. And I do like to get the edges a bit, because when you cut them with scissors they have rather sharp edges here on the side, and you don't want to damage anything, so I just heat them up for a second with the lighter, and then we can just simply slide them in here. And now let's see if my guesstimation is right. Yeah, perfect, see? Yeah. Now it's finished, but I forgot to put them here bandages back in. I could have cut this out, but you know, that's the small mistakes that you just see. Oh, I saw this and I forgot to put it in, like I just did. There they are, nice in place. And you see there's still a lot of space to put in something else. But here it is now. Our self-made, indefinite shelf life, airtight survival kit. Everything you really need. You got some dextrose tablets for the energy boost, you got your matches, you got tinder in form of the alcohol pads, you got your medical supplies, you got a candle, duct tape, zip ties, a pen and paper, you got a knife. It's not the perfect knife, but it is a full-size knife that allows you to do a lot of tasks. You get a good amount of cordage out here. And yeah, hope you have enjoyed this video, and I see you next time here at the Adventures Club when we build something like this that may even save your life. Yeah, having it or having it not could actually depend on surviving or not. And even if it's just for the convenience of having a water bottle, yeah, a spare water bottle, you can take the contents out, put it in the plastic bag, And then you got a water bottle and all the contents. You got matches, you got a pen, you got paper. You can of course even use shavings from the pen to start a fire, but you have a wax candle. Candle is heat, is light, is life. Zip ties to repair. You got a fishing kit. Yeah, you could survive off this. It's the only thing it lacks yet is something to boil water. But you can of course add some iodine tablets. They are good to sterilize water, or if someone drops the nuke, you never know. Lately, it's more likely to have to use the iodine tablets for nuke protection than for this. And by the way, how iodine tablets work, it's actually quite interesting. If a nuke gets exploded, there is a radioactive iodine isotope that gets absorbed into your body. But if you take iodine tablets before this, your body can't take more iodine than it already got. If it's full, it's full. And that's how iodine tablets actually work to protect you. Yeah. So, yeah. You could add the iodine tablets. They are not here right now. They are in my bathroom cabinet, medicine cabinet. But if you put them in here, you have something to sterilize water, and it's like a complete survival kit. Everything you need. And yeah, I like it. It was fast built, real time. I haven't tried this before or something. And yeah, hope you have enjoyed it. I have enjoyed making it because this is just real fun. Wait, stop! Did you think the video is over? No, I have decided to add some extra things. Bubblegum and a piece of a hot glue stick because, well, there's so much space left that we can really go nuts with the tools kind of stuff. And of course, this is just if you have something to chew on, it helps against thirst and some other things. Let me put this in here straight and see where we find a good spot to push in the bubble gum, just like here. Perfect. Now it's finished. Until I find something to add later. Yeah, that's the thing. You can always add something or take something out and replace it with something better. So, that's it. Hope that's the end. See you next time here at the Adventures Club.